throw some shit together, test out some new courses. Because as long as I've ever been a chef, I don't think I've ever R&D'd a dish. You just say that it's going to be a dish and you put it on the fucking menu and you taste it before it goes out. But I don't.
That's that live fire shit.
Yeah. So like when we were at Bonsoir, like I would write a menu for like 15 courses. And
you'd figure out how to get there.
And I never tasted a fucking single thing before I went out. And like
that must be that Orlando Le Cordon Bleu school because Brian Baxter said the same shit.
Yeah.
I can just picture it's like, okay, first lesson, don't taste anything.
Yeah.
Risk everything.
Yeah. Well, you build a school of like, yo, it has to be excellent all the fucking time. It doesn't matter if it's the first dish or the 1,000th dish. You're like, it's just got to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, just back on the track. Was debating corporate or private restaurants and keeping on that track.
Yeah.
And I staged with Ackett's. There's a really funny story. I don't know if you want to hear it.
Yes, I do. They want to hear it too, bro. Tell it.
All right, so
send it.
And he's actually a wonderful man.
He really is.
He really is a
sweet guy.
Man.
Yeah. You know, he was expediting at Royster when I went.
Really?
And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
He's there all the time.
He looks ripped up too.
There's
been working out, bro.
there's no chef that I know personally that works harder than Atkins.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he was there every fucking day.
100%.
But he used to come in with his girlfriend at the time, I think. To Bonsoir, and like, you know, it was back in the day of like caller ID, so like it'd say like Ackett's, Grant, and, and our like GM would be like, yo, chef, you want to answer this? I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, you can come in.
Yeah.
But so my first day at Next, it was the first day of El Bulli, and it was like super. I mean, I think it was like 37 courses that they were doing. It was friends and family. So, like, everybody is there. And it's prep. And I get there and I get my knives and I set up. And I'm, like, getting everything ready. And the first thing they give me in my prep list is garlic oil. Cool. You know, 50 grams of garlic, 150 grams of oil, blend it, strain it, whatever. And Grant's across the table from me, and I'm breaking the garlic and I'm taking it out of the skin, and he just looks up at me. He's like, hey, chef, how are you? I said, do you always work this fucking slow?
Yeah.
I said, no, chef.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm gonna work harder. And he's like, okay. And then for the next 5 minutes, he literally just like stood across and just stared at me, breaking down this garlic. And like, you know, it's like, you know, he's testing me to see if I'm going to, and then he looks at me and he goes, if you don't get that done in the next 3 minutes, you can get your shit, you can pack your knives back up, and you can get the fuck out of my door.
Yeah.
I said, oui, chef, no problem. I got you. And then I laughed at him because we like kind of knew each other.
Yeah.
Like, we had seen each other before, so like.
Oh man, you gave him the.
So yeah, and he was like, "Is that fucking funny?" Which is that's like the last thing I ever wanted to do. It was just like a natural reaction of like, "No, dude, you've eaten in my restaurant, like we kind of know each other." No, and
I work there now, baby.
And he laid the hammer on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just let you know.
Yeah.
Don't ever fucking disrespect me in this fucking my house. Not in my house.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I was just like mad, and like reflecting on it, I'm like, mad respect, dude.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a certain level of seriousness in those types of restaurants that is required.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes you do need to come that hard, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure he laid the hammer on you, but I'm sure he didn't personally attack you know.
Oh, no.
You mean your looks or it was just like,
yeah.
Hey, work faster now or you can't be here, you know?
Yeah, and he was just like, he was just being like, yo, this is the expectation. And if that's not what you think is serious, then get the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, you want people there that have the same level of fucking, push and drive as you. And, a guy like that, I mean, he's a fucking kingpin of Chicago.
And the same night, one of the cooks, we were doing this dish that, it was sous vide, orangey mushrooms that we sous vide in oil. Yeah. And then we sliced it super, super thin. And then we were arranging them on parchment because that was like the base for the dish. And the sous chef cut his fucking fingers off on the slicer. And they literally just looked at me and they were like, you clean the fucking slicer, sanitize it, and finish it. I was like, all right, chef. Yeah.
Did he have to, when you say cut his fingers off, his fingers off?
No, the very tips.
The tips?
Because you had to, there was no guard. Because we had to, it had to be super... It's a bully, man. It has to be perfect. Yeah. And so he just... And I think he got, 3 of them.
Yeah. Did he scream his head off?
No, he's a tough motherfucker. I don't remember his name, and I wish I did. Yeah. Because I would give him a shout-out because he was tough as shit.
What did he do? Just glove up and continue?
He was like, I got to go get this tightened up. He came back. Yeah. But they were like, all right, cool. You. Yeah. Finish. I'm like...
Yes, chef.
We chef.
You're cleaning blood. Yeah. You're like, this is weird. I need to change out your soap. When you need to change out your soap bucket, some shit's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I got the sanitizer. We're going to clean it up. Yeah. But yeah. That was one of my favorite kitchen days.
Yeah. So you got the job at Next, right? And we skipped a little bit ahead to hear that story.
No, so they offered me a chef job, and I actually turned it down.
Why?
I was getting married at the time. Okay.
And, same girl you moved up to Chicago for?
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
And I got a job offer at Marriott. Uh-huh. And just wasn't sure if I wanted to keep going on the fine dining grind.
Yeah. And plus you're getting your ass kicked every day,
And I loved that kitchen. I loved the food. But at the end of the day, I didn't think it was going to be right for... my family, my life. Yeah.
How did you get the job at Next?
I just emailed him.
You just emailed him. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Because he knew you, he was like, yeah, of course.
No, I mean, we knew each other, by looks, but we didn't, we weren't friends. Oh, yeah. I wasn't going to text him and ask him. We just knew each other by, oh, yeah, you're that guy.
Okay.
I've seen you before, kind of thing. Yeah, I got the offer for sous chef, but I... had to turn it down. Mm-hmm.
So you turn it down, and you go to the Marriott as exec chef?
A supervisor.
Kitchen manager.
Yes.
Okay. What did that entail? And did you feel, I feel like there's a certain trend here. You, do hardcore kitchen, and then you're like, all right, let me just step back for a little bit.
Yeah.
Gauge the scene. Okay. Yeah. So that was that.
Yeah, I just, wanted to gauge my options. And, you got to make sure you're making the right decision for you and for everyone that's involved in your life. And I had always heard about how dope Marriott was, how well they took care of their people. Yeah. I remember doing my how's the food?
Fucking dope. This is so dope. Those fucking hush puppies are bomb, and this broccoli is insane.
Love it.
Do you guys have any gardens on the property? Anything like that?
We're working on it right now. Mm-hmm. Oh, we used to, and then for COVID, they kind of fizzled away. Okay. So we're working on kind of reinventing that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Marriott. So just got the opportunity, and I took the job for supervisor, and then when they told me what they were gonna pay me, I was like, sure.
Yeah.
Cool. That's more. That's
like
more
double what you were making.
Yeah. I mean, it's hotel life, right? Mm-hmm. When you have a brigade system and you have the assets and you have all this stuff. So then, what I just really doubled down on was I walked into a property that had a full garden, had beehives, had a bunch of
beehives.
Yeah.
At the Marriott.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then I put a fermentation lab in before it was cool.
Dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
What books were you referencing for that kind of stuff at that time? I guess it's like 2012.
Yeah, this is 2000. Yeah, 12.
I guess
13.
there was some stuff by
there
that
was
time.
some stuff.
Yeah.
It was mostly just like ideas in food.
Yeah.
It was
the book of ratios.
Yeah, like it was trial and error.
Yeah.
But I had 2 wine barrels and then had mother in them. So then every banquet, when there was leftover wine, we just top off. So there was a red wine vinegar, a white wine vinegar. So whatever, we just poured it in. But then we were making our household vinegar. Mm-hmm. So it was like super fun. And that was started right before I got there. But I had like the ability to grow my own microgreens. I was making misos. I was doing crazy stuff, like which we did at Bon Soirée.
Yeah.
Like we made our own misos. We did all this stuff, but it was on a smaller scale.
Got you.
So I kind of took that and then moved it over to like a bigger scale in like a hotel.
I bet that excited the cooks that were there.
Oh, for sure.
You know? So they're like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
We get to ferment shit. What kind of cooks did you have? Young people, old people, or all over spectrum?
All over. Like some people that had been there for a long time. Some people that were attracted because of the cool things we're doing.
Okay, cool.
My philosophy when I come to hotels is cooks that get good at opening number 10 cans are really good at opening number 10 cans. And cooks that work with farm fresh ingredients and ferment and put passion into their craft get good at making better food.
I heard that.
So, like, I mean, we were, and shout out to Chef Mike Banis, if you're listening. He's the one who, like, kind of set up the whole program in Chicago.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you did a banquet for 1,000 people there, we made all the pasta. We had 2 extruders. We were extruding all the pasta.
Yeah.
We were growing the tomatoes, like, in the south of Illinois. And, like, we were canning them, making your tomato sauce. Like, it wasn't regular. I think hotel food now gets a bad rap.
Yeah, definitely does.
Of, like, dry chicken and shitty food. But what we were doing there was really... And I guess I got spoiled because that was my first foray into hotel life.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that that's how all hotels work. And I was like, oh, that's fucking badass, man. Like, I have a guy who makes all this, like, I literally had this dude, Tommy Allen, who made stocks from scratch, made all the pasta, did all this stuff, like, and that was his job.
Yeah.
I had a full-time butcher shop where, like, all the bacon that we served, like, we cured the pork. We made all the bacon. We made all the sausage.
For the whole hotel?
Yeah.
Room service and everything?
Everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking bacon.
Yeah.
I guess when you have a whole butchery team. Like,
yeah. I mean, we had a refrigeration room that's, like, almost as big as this room that we're in.
Jesus.
And, like, 3 walk-ins for it, a freezer. And, like, we were pulling in full pork bellies, brining them. Mm-hmm. We were grinding everything.
Doing it.
And, yeah, we put together really cool. And then I got spoiled. And I thought that was how every hotel ran.
Yeah.
But, yeah, throughout my hotel career, I've had a great time.
Yeah.
Just, at first, it's developing the team. It's developing the culture. But then now it's about developing your other chefs.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got 10 chefs that report to me. So now it's all about
managing the managers.
We're just showing them the way. And, like, this is what's possible.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, just being okay is not okay.
Heard
and
that.
Like, you can strive for
you can strive for more at a hotel, right? In a corporate sense.
You know, I mean, Austin has been making his own vinegars and, like, doing all this stuff. I'm like, no one's going to stop you. Mm-hmm. You have all the access in the world to all the ingredients and monetary support that you need, right? Like, You just have to have the